Are you born and raised in Chicago?
My whole life.
Whole life.
Yes.
And we know, just tell everybody how cold it can get in Chicago and the
Brother,
period,
let me tell you.
the warm period in Chicago.
I'll tell you this, you have to let your ice cream thaw out.
Fraternity? What fraternity?
Is it another one?
This is my show. I'm talking to everybody now, y'all. I'm talking to everybody now, y'all. That's baked, y'all. That's baked banana pudding. That's what he's talking about. You don't warm up that custard, put a layer of custard, bananas.
Lord have mercy.
Some vanilla wafers.
Lord have mercy.
Another layer of that warm custard. Bananas, vanilla wafers. Come on now. You know what I'm talking about.
I went from the trunk of my car, cool in the wintertime, on the corners, right? I rented out a small room in the back of a beauty salon while I was making ice cream.
First flavor.
Now, of course, you would think it's vanilla, right?
Yes. Yes.
Believe it or not.
My guest got the idea for creating unique flavored ice cream while attending college in the North. He embarked upon a journey that would take him from experimenting on his fraternity brothers and family, where else you gonna start, to selling ice cream out of the trunk of his car in 1996. But he's in the North, y'all. You can do that. From classics like Grandma's Old-Fashioned Vanilla, Banana Pudding, Georgia Peach Cobbler, Bourbon Butter Pecan, and Southern Black Walnut Ice Cream. Woo! Please welcome to Money Making Conversation Masterclass, the one and only Yahya Muhammad. How you doing, sir?
I'm marvelous. Absolutely, brother.
Ice cream in the North now.
Ice cream.
Okay, what part of the North were you experimenting on ice cream?
Chi-town.
Chicago.
Chi-town all day long.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Are you born and raised in Chicago?
My whole life.
Whole life.
Yes.
And we know, just tell everybody how cold it can get in Chicago and the period,
let me tell you.
the warm period in Chicago.
I'll tell you this, you have to let your ice cream thaw out. Leave your ice cream in the trunk. You're gonna have to let it sit on the table for a little while before you can scoop it. That's how cold Chicago. It's too cold to snow.
It's cold.
Too cold to snow. You know, it got to be a certain temperature, right?
Yeah.
It's too cold, you can't get no snow.
He's not joking about that. We can laugh about Chicago, but that cold is real.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to be up there in 2012 to 2016 during the Steve Harvey talk show.
Absolutely.
I'd say in May it was 50 degrees, and September it was 50 degrees. So we had like June, July, and August were the only months you could consider were summer months.
Man, that's just a little slice of pie. That's all you're going to get without weather.
But it's a beautiful city, great food,
absolutely.
great people.
Come on now.
So just talk about you and experimenting. Fraternity, what fraternity?
Is it another one?
This is my show. I'm talking to everybody now, y'all. I'm talking to everybody now, y'all.
Of course, Omega Psi Phi.
Okay,
fraternity,
cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Just no.
There's only one.
That's all.
And so, how did you start? Were you doing ice cream? Did you do other things before you realized ice cream was the path for you?
Well, I played baseball as a child.
Okay.
And one day after baseball practice, there's a lady sitting on a bench in Avalon Park in Chicago. And she had a white bucket. It wasn't even hard, but it was homemade ice cream.
White bucket.
And she was selling cups for $1.
Wow.
I had ice cream before, but when I tasted that there, I knew that was nothing like anything that I ever experienced from the grocery store. And later on in life, I attended Western Illinois University, graduated, and settled down after my bachelor's degree and stayed for my master's degree.
Wow.
And just started experimenting.
What was your bachelor's degree and what was your master's degree?
Both sociology. Both sociology. And so I started experimenting on the brothers, the fraternity brothers and family members and friends. No one in my family ever made ice cream.
Okay.
But my mother can burn.
Okay, cool.
I come from a family like most of us that can throw down.
Okay,
So that was no stranger to good food.
Okay,
And so, of course, I grew up like everybody else in the community. Went to high school, played ball, and left and went away to college. Never, ever even had the thought of even making homemade ice cream.
Okay.
And it was, of course, after undergraduate, you kind of settle down a little bit. And while working on a master's degree, of course, the creative side came out. And I said, well, let me just go ahead and see if I could recreate that experience and just kind of share with others. I had no idea that it would take about 6 years to learn how to make it.
Wow.
It wasn't overnight. I want to start right there.
Okay.
Recipes didn't cut it in the recipe book.
right. So I find that rather interesting because you may have perfected a brand that was better than what you first tasted.
Let me tell you, absolutely, with all due respect, I stand on those broad shoulders. And I always like to give credit, always. Of course, Chicago had a nostalgic ice cream business that my mom took me to as a child, Black-owned, named Baldwin's. And so that's a part of my memory bank. I was blessed to having a grandmother that was in business. So I got a chance to actually see us in business as a child. I would run around her business while she's doing what it is that she was doing. My uncle in architecture, I saw him and other architects at his business doing their things. So the seed was planted in my mind. I was blessed after I got out of college. All praise due to Allah. I found and heard the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the program of Do for Self through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And that gave me the ideal and the inspiration to actually do business. And so all of those things are part of my recipe, along with the trial and error, the struggle and development of just bringing what's in my mind into reality. It took so long because when it comes to ice cream, I would like to say that's my art. I'm a perfectionist with it. And if they've made a better cow, I'm still in class. Right. And so the journey continues. And I'm so glad that I embarked upon it because it just did not happen. After I graduated from college, I went into the field and became I got into the field of social service, eventually became a director of foster care. Meanwhile, selling ice cream out the trunk of my car.
Okay, well, just stop. See, you love the jump steps on me, Yahya. Okay, I'm talking to Yahya Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He started selling ice cream out of the trunk of his car. We're about to get to that.
Absolutely.
Classic flavors. They're based in Chicago.
Absolutely.
2 locations?
Yes, sir.
Two locations in Chicago. Flavors like Grandma's Old Vanilla, Fashion Vanilla, Banana Pudding.
Yes, sir.
With cookies.
Oh, we got, of course, the Supreme Cookies and Cream you're talking about.
I'm talking right there. Georgia Peach Cobbler with crust.
Come on now.
I'm talking right there.
Man, I need some crust with my peach cobbler.
Bourbon, butter pecan, and Southern Black Walnut ice cream. Sir.
And so many more.
Yeah, we got more flavors than that, but I'm just all that fits on my card here. You said it was 6 years you was trying to get that flavor down pat. Were you working on one flavor, Yahya, or multiple flavors that you were experimenting? And what were you experimenting with in your kitchen? Talk to us.
I was working on several flavors. And while in the laboratory, I was still sharing ice cream.
Okay.
I never stopped. Even while working a full-time job, I literally kept making ice cream. I literally opened up a business even while still working in 1998, a full-time job. I even reconstructed my career so that I could work midnights. That would allow me to be able to be available to work on my dream during the daytime. I believed it. I committed to it. I accepted the challenge. Of course, I had difficulty factors. And I had moments where I just wanted to just throw the towel in. But God would always deliver a sign to tell me just to keep going. So I've been making ice cream nonstop since 1994.
Wow. First flavor.
Now, of course, you would think it's vanilla, right?
Yes.
Believe it or not. Of course, it's my canvas to draw my culinary art. It was honey cinnamon graham cracker.
Honey?
My
cinnamon,
first
graham cracker.
flavor that I ever created.
And that's the one that, now, okay, which flavor made you realize this could be a business?
Of course, it's always vanilla. Because if you're talking about homemade ice cream, you can't go back to grandma's house. She's not putting honey and graham crackers in that churner, right?
Right.
In the shop, we got the old school big churn. As soon as you walk in with the big old handle that you would take turns on the porch, and you know how the story goes.
Absolutely.
So it's always vanilla. Literally, that's a part of what we do. I always remind my staff, I don't care what you want to order, give them a big old spoon of vanilla when they walk through that door. Because our goal is to take you right back down memory lane and hope that you bring your children too.
Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Money Making Conversations Masterclass. Welcome back to Money Making Conversations Masterclass with me, Rushion McDonald. I'll be remiss, man. You've been very popular. A lot of televisions coming your way. Why are they coming to you, Yaya? Why is the media suddenly turning attention on a little old ice cream shop in 2 locations in Chicago?
Well, the question is, where else she gonna go and get grandma's ice cream in America? And with my staff, I always remind them that the food is not the number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing is the service. The number one thing is how we make the people feel.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The food is like the utensil.
Yes.
To do something to make a difference in somebody's life for the day.
Yeah.
So I don't have workers. I have helpers. And you go and you can look at the size, you can turn on the TV and you see animals that's trained to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll put these young folks up against any establishment in the country because they believe in doing something to really make a difference when you walk through that door. And then we're sharing what was shared with me that gave me something memorable as a child. Service means everything, man. And a lot of people don't get that. I preached that on this show. How did you figure that out, Yaya? Well, I tell you, it's an old saying that reminds me of what it is that I enjoy about establishments. And they says 3 things. You can have customer service, pricing, and the other one is quality. Pick 2, right? That's hard to do. Right. But the experience is something you never, ever forget when you go to an establishment. Right. I always compliment great service. I always earmark when I see someone that does something special. And I remind them that you're actually in business for yourself because guess what? You're your own brand. I have those who've worked with Sean Michelle's who've helped the Sean Michelle's. And they're in big positions in other places because I'm a retired Chicago police officer. And one of my former sergeants who retired, he's over one of the other municipalities. And he came back and he asked me about an employee, a helper of mine, and he wanted to know, did I think that she would work good in administration in the city where he's serving? And she's been there ever since. So you never ever can really put some type of value on how important it is to want for others what you want for yourself and do unto others as you'll have them do unto you. And so that there, Sean Michelle's is in the business of putting smiles on the faces. And if you don't know now you know. Sean Michelle is the name of the ice cream store. That's right. Is it ice cream restaurant? What is it? Ice cream what? It's I call it the homemade ice cream studio. Okay, cool. Now, let's go through the menu now. Now, you got to tell me, you make banana puddings there? Banana splits there? No, banana pudding ice cream. With banana pudding ice cream? The banana pudding ice cream is made to taste exactly like the custard that you make on your stove. Right. When you lay a banana pudding and put it in your refrigerator. That's baked, y'all. That's baked banana pudding. That's what he's talking about. You don't warm up that custard, put a layer of custard, bananas. Lord have mercy. Some vanilla wafers. Lord have mercy. Another layer of that warm custard. Oh, bananas, Lord. Vanilla wafers. And come on now. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, we know when we think about being a community anchor, you have you're a former police officer. Absolutely. And so community means something. Black people in our community means something. Tell us exactly where in Chicago your original location is and where the new location, the second location is. Absolutely. So my original location, that's a big thing. I grew up in an underserved area. 79th, right off of Cottage Grove. Know exactly one of the worst beats in the city of Chicago's police department. I grew up in an area where the gangs recruited every day after school and throughout school. They closed one of my schools down because there was so much gang activity. They had to shut it down and they sent us all somewhere else. But guess what? 2 blocks from where I grew up is where my very first location was. And I always like to say that's a part of my recipe. I had a chance to get out and to dream. I dreamed, you know. I saw where I was at, and we just crossed Cottage Grove, and it's just a whole nother different area where we didn't have to worry about the things that we had to worry about on our side. So my life prepared me to dream big and to vision. And so the community means so much to me. I want to be a part of the inspiration that plants the seed and give the baton to the next generation that's going to take it even further. You know, we all know that the urban areas need a lot. And I don't know if it's anything we need more than to be inspired by those who we can relate to, that look like us, and that plants the seed that, hey, I want to be just like Rushion McDonald when I grow up, you know? I can do it too.
Right.
You know, and so that's very inspiring for myself. We hire from the community. We work with programs in the community to mentor the young guys, you know, to, man, just give them a taste of what it feels like to serve.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's powerful in the sense that it's also sad.
Yes.
Because like you said, the fact that your life can not be pointed in the right direction because other people want to take over it. Take it over. That's what gangs, they take over your lives. But you decided on your own to do it there. And what was the reaction of the community? Because that's the problem we have in community. We become food deserts. We become locations where you can't get things that everybody else can get.
I've always received support. Now, of course, the science of business, that's a whole nother thing. You know? The feasibility plan, that's a whole nother objective. But I never had a business class. I never had a business mentor. All of this was, I like to say my journey is a faith journey because my faith and belief in being able to do this has always just been rewarded. Doors have just been open. But of course, you know, that it was in an area that was very challenging. A lot of people didn't want to travel into that area to support.
We just talked about that.
And so, but it was the beginning. And I stayed there until shortly after my sister Sean was killed in a car accident. And after my sister Sean was killed in a car accident, untimely death, I took a moment for about 2 or 3 years, and I decided that this business was going to be dedicated to my sister. She was also in the culinary arts.
And your daughter is
for sure. Oh, she can burn. I don't want yeah, buddy.
Mama,
you know, come on,
sister,
come on,
daughter,
my God. Hey. Hey, I've been blessed. I know what good food tastes like, you know? And so we like to say the spirit of Sean Michelle's in Sean Michelle's.
Right.
She helped to inspire me to go into business.
Right.
And help, you know.
Let's talk about that business, because I always like to hear, like you said, you had no mentors. There wasn't no SBA or SCORE, or you didn't know how to find SCORE, which is a great mentorship.
Later, but not then.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a great program to be aware of. They use
absolutely.
The SCORE that's a part of the SBA. How did you start your business there, Yaya?
I didn't even have a business license. Again, I just believed. And I'm glad that it happened so fast. I didn't think about it long enough to change my mind.
Right,
You know, I went from the trunk of my car, cool in the wintertime, to on the corners, right? And to renting out rooms in others' establishments. Now, I'm not talking about restaurants. I rented out a small room in the back of a beauty salon while I was making ice cream.
Right.
Going out to sell it. I had a small room in a small location that another one of the brothers had. And I eventually just rented out a storefront because I had already accepted the ideal, I accepted the challenge. And I opened up the store and went out and bought used equipment. Had a brother put up a petition, and after a while, the inspectors came and said, "You got to get a license for this."
Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Money Making Conversations Masterclass. Welcome back to Money Making Conversations Masterclass with me, Rushion McDonald.
And that was the beginning of legitimately
Doing
being
it
in
right.
business. And I haven't stopped since. Just a small pause when my sister was killed in a car accident, but have been doing it ever since. Went from 79th Street to 95th Street, about 2 miles down. A little bit better community.
Right.
From 95th Street to 119th Street
People
on
want to
Western.
come to 79. Oh, we come to 95. They come to 95.
The third location, a little bit better than the second location. After that, 87th and Everline. So I was blessed to just gradually continue to learn from my experience and to make improvements. And eventually down to the north side of Chicago. And that's where I saw that Sean Michelle's was ready to compete.
Right.
Because our line was through the door. Of course, I still was learning because I had a small air conditioning unit.
But you're in Chicago, though. You don't leave there for 3 months, though.
In July. And boy, that ice cream started melting on me. And I said, wow, it's an old mentor, man, who used to say that I had during that time that you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Right.
Go big or go home.
Right.
And so I had to learn, through my experiences, the store on the north side. I only had a small air conditioning unit above the door and a small system that came with the location. Lines through the door. Boy, July came in the city of Chicago. And I said, am I serving what the lady had in the bucket? Because, it wasn't hard. Right. And that line, of course, this is an area that's an upscale area, so it just showed I wasn't ready at that time. But the blessing still came. But the door was opened up in the Rosenwald building. Now my experiences started to be layered.
Right.
With my experiences with Sean Michelle. So I went from the north side to Bronzeville. And Bronzeville is an area in Chicago that's nostalgic. It's historical. One of the bros that's in real estate, he gave me a call. He said, yeah, they're looking for a business that the community loves, a nostalgic business, someone with experience, and they referred me to the owners of the Rosenwald building. And that area there, that's historical Bronzeville. The building that I'm in, the one that I'm in now is with Nat King Cole. I mean, you talking about, it's a nostalgic building for the city of Chicago. When we opened up the doors, the line just never, ever stopped.
Congratulations.
Faith just rewarded. And it got to the point where we had a line all the way down to the next corner.
Wow.
In Chicago during the summertime.
Right.
But still learning how to serve, I have customers still to this very day that's been around since 79th Street. I was at a school one time, and there was a gentleman who was there picking up his son.
Right.
We having a good conversation like we're conversating.
Right.
And I saw his whole entire mood had changed. And I'm asking the brother, is everything okay? He said, brother, when I was a child, my father's not alive anymore, but he used to take me to your ice cream shop. And this brother's had to have been about 30-something years old. And so I've been doing it for that long. And so Sean Michelle's in Chicago, and I have become a part
of the
community. A part of the experiences
culture.
and memories. You have so many people who come to Sean Michelle's for the first time, and it brings them to tears because it reminds them of grandma. It reminds them of auntie. It reminds them of certain memorable moments in their life that's special to them. And that's what Sean Michelle's represent. Because we're striving to salute the lady who God put on that bench. See, she was, I'm just saying, she is like she was there just for me, Well,
I first of all, I just loved interviewing you. I love your smile. I love the authenticity, the storytelling.
Yes.
You're good at it. The fact that you understand the value of customer service.
Yes.
Now you're trying to expand beyond Chicago. Man, talk to us.
Absolutely. Atlanta. It's the Mecca,
Right.
Started in Chicago.
Right.
Grow from Atlanta.
Okay. A lot more warmer months here, too. A lot more warmer months here. Yeah.
Have mercy, right? Absolutely.
So talk to us. Can you give us any? Well, I'm born in Houston, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Go to Houston. We waiting on you. Any things you can reveal to us? Or you just scouting out areas? These sincere statements you're making to us on Money Making Conversation Masterclass about the future of Sean Michelle's?
It's the beatitude. Come on now. Hey, being it is, right? We're claiming it.
Right.
And so we're gonna receive it. and hey, and bring it into reality with the help of God.
But when you talk about your business, you talk about your family, you talk about your employees, there's a lot of passion that's beyond your ice cream. And I think that's the book on you, man. The book on you is that, yeah, I'm a great ice cream parlor, so to speak. But man, when you come to that door, I care about you and your experience. Talk to us.
I've been blessed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful.
Mm-hmm.
And I give thanks to God for the business. I give thanks to God for the helpers.
Mm-hmm.
I give thanks to God for those who have supported us.
Mm-hmm.
I give thanks to God for my experience in life.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the same ones that we look at on TV, that we read about, the same ones in the community that others might not want to really have around, I want to be a part of that helps to give them a new idea, to give them hope, to inspire them. Because I also grew up, again, in an area where I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
But I was blessed to get out and see something different. Going to play baseball was in another community. It was nice. I went to a high school in another community. I went away to college. So I saw something different. I always tell our staff, in order to be something different, you have to see something different.
Right.
And so I've been blessed and taught to aim high.
Right. But brother, you keep aiming high.
Oh, but I have to say as well,
Okay.
when I went away to college to Western Illinois University, because I gave credit earlier,
Right.
I forgot to mention the effect that joining the Omega Psi Phi fraternity had on my life as well. Because I learned principles, immutable principles, that I've been striving to apply in my life. Come on, Cardinals, come on. I had a chance to see others who held me accountable.
Manhood.
And we had the number one GPA on the college campus.
Perseverance.
You know, of course, we was enthused, the brothers. You know, but that scholarship. So I've been truly, truly blessed in my life. So this is all a part of, again, my makeup that God has blessed me to.
I tell people all the time that I pledged in 1981.
Yes, sir.
I would not be sitting here if I did not pledge Omega Psi Phi.
Yes, sir.
And I think that it brought, I was a struggling college student.
Yes, sir.
My GP was just high enough to let them put me online. Now, when they put me online, I lasted a little bit longer online than they told me. I ain't gonna let a little lie there. You know, told me 6 weeks, wound up being 13 weeks. But it changed my life, brother. It changed my life, and for the better. And it allows me to have this interview with you, and I know exactly what you're saying when you say it changed your life. It changed my life, man.
Praise God.
And I always would know that I can stutter because I know the different paths that I could have gone if I didn't pledge. There would not be a path sitting in Atlanta talking to you, you know, being in the position to highlight the success of another fellow fraternity brother who pledged in 91, 10 years after I pledged. Sean Michelle.
Come on.
He's coming to H.
Come on.
He's coming to A.
Yeah.
But he's in Chicago, y'all. Chicago, Sean Michelle.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for
Yes,
coming on Money
sir.
Making Conversations Masterclass.
It's an honor.
Yeah, Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.